These are glass vintage resin molds sent to me by a viewer. Glass, which means that success or failure by the end of this video, these are going to be broken. Got a note here from Brian. Hey, big fan. Here are some vintage resin casting stuff from an old hobby shop. I hope you can use some of it in a project or in a coloring test. Die trying. Have fun. Thanks, Brian. That's super cool. Sent me out 5 of these little molds. Just based on the packaging, I would say they're from the 60s, but I'm not sure. I haven't done any research on them yet. I didn't know that there was ever such a thing as a glass mold. I guess it makes sense. Probably not a whole lot of these have survived the years. I don't want to use them all, because I think they're kind of a fun thing to have. But I also don't want to not show how they work. Got a little tabletop heater here, just kind of warming up the space. The resin is over in its bath. This one is a pear, and I picked it primarily because it sits up on its own. And I picked the peach because I thought this package was the least interesting, being in black and white. So Brian sent these to me to use them, not as a display. And so we're going to do that. We're going to honor that and actually use them. I'm sitting here thinking about how in the world to make this work. And then I wonder if it's just this simple. If we can just stick it in. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Problem solved. So here's the kit. You can see 29 cents. 49 is crossed out. I don't know if that was a price at one point. Contains breakaway peach mold, leaf poly mold, stem, and full instructions. Just add casting resin and your choice of coloring. Based solely on this picture, I'm putting these in the 60s. Instructions for fruit kit. Pouring the fruit. Pour 4.5 ounces of clear casting resin into a disposable container. Mix well until the lines disappear. We know how to do that. Do not fill the neck. Okay. Do not disturb the mold until the fruit is completely cured. Assembling the fruit. All right. Yeah, I think we got this. I picked this resin because I wanted a deep pour resin. These bottles are almost empty, and I've had it for like a year and a half, so if I don't use it up here pretty soon, it's not going to be good anymore. There's no sponsor today. It's just us freestyling in the shop. We can do whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. All right, so this is a 3-to-1 resin by volume. So we want 12 ounces. We want at least 12 ounces. We're going to fill the first one up here to this 4. I don't think you can see any of that. All right, that poured beautifully, which means that's good. We're good. I'm going to mix this up for a few minutes. I don't know any pear songs. I don't think I know any peaches songs either. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, they were put there by a man in a factory downtown. And if I had my little way, I'd eat peaches every day. Oops, I got something in here. Darn it, you messed up my peaches song. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches. Such a silly song. So there it is. I do actually know a song about peaches. So these are actually some alcohol ink. And I actually bought these in case we did another stained glass video, because everyone said that the alcohol inks would work really good for that. We'll use them today for this. So we need to set aside 5 ounces for each of these. Yes, I lined them all up for a good shot, and now they're in the way. Okay. Well, what color is a pear? We'll do a drop of red and a drop of yellow and see where that gets us. We'll see what this looks like. Actually, that looks more peach colored than anything. Isn't it to you? Let's call it peach. Here's a fun thing. How steady is my hand? Don't fill up the neck. Don't fill up the neck. There's no going back now. Woo! Pretty steady, I'd say. It's as pretty as a peach. Okay, let's put that over here. But I feel like all the pairs that we get are green with orange. So I'm gonna go with 1 drop of green. Oh, it's teal. Yay! And a drop of orange. So we nailed the peach color accidentally, and we're gonna call this pear just for the sake of not trying to fix it. And then again, right up to the stem, but not into the neck, it says. Whoop. All right, cool. Those look good. And last but not least, we want these 2 leaves, which we've got more than enough resin for that. The green that I picked up is actually teal, but I do have a Baja blue. This yellow seems to work, so we're going to use our kindergarten knowledge here to try to make a better looking green. Still kind of a seafoam green. It's not really what I was hoping for, but it's green. Can this go in the pressure pot? Yes, I think it should be fine in the pressure pot. I'm just gonna let it cure on the bench. In the 1960s, the people that bought these wouldn't have had a pressure pot, so let's do it like they did it. It's been a couple days. Resin should be all cured. When the fruit is hard and cured, it will probably rattle inside the mold. Definitely not. Break away the glass by tapping the mold lightly with a pair of pliers or a hammer and peel away the glass as you would the shell of a hard-boiled egg. You know what? First, let's do these. Oh, nice. That actually looks pretty good. So these definitely cured, they look good. So that means that we're probably good for this. That's not great. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna move the peach. That's not breaking. That's not breaking at all. Lightly tap. Oop, I think we got it. Okay. There is broken glass everywhere. Yeah, it's on the bench, it's on the ground.
People in the 60s were crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's completely adhered to the glass. It's I can't tell where the resin ends and the glass begins. It completely adhered to the glass.
Wow.
Which is not the first time we've had broken glass on the bench.
Right.
But man, it's not safety glass. And so it's just it's little shards everywhere. Yeah, it's on the floor. Walking on broken glass. Yeah, this is a sad song too. I was gonna spray mold release, but there was no way I could get it in there easily. And then I just, presumed that it would come loose because that's how they never said, that's how it's supposed to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The way it's sending cracks through the resin.
So this resin is excellent, and it bonds really well with glass.
Oh, that kind of looks cool.
It does look cool. It's not at all what I expected. It's not the end I was hoping for.
It's not peeling away like an eggshell.
No, there's no eggshell peeling here. That's wild. I did not expect that outcome at all. I did say success or failure. These would be broken by the end of the video. And they are. I've got a lot of broken glass to clean up on this bench. And in the whole shop, it just shattered. I'm guessing the reason it didn't work is because these were probably made for polyester resin. I do have some polyester resin still. I haven't used it in years, but it might be more successful with the glass molds than the epoxy resin. There it is. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you, Brian, for the molds. And we'll catch you next time.